Hello again, class. Welcome to week 4. I'm a little bit overdressed for the occasion, but I actually been really looking forward to this week since I read the syllabus and scrolled down through the weeks, and I know a lot of us have, talking on the discussion pages. What I'd like to do this evening is I'd like to present a speech that has really meant a lot to me as a patriot and a 20-year veteran of the military. And it was a speech a little bit before my time. This one takes place in the 1970s when Ronald Regan was governor of California and was running for president. During that time, the Cold War was starting to heat up. This is the late 70s. We're out of Vietnam by this point. And there's a lot of folks that were of the opinion that we need to back down, that we're tired of war. At that time, the feeling was, let's just step back from any idea of conflict. Unfortunately, a lot of folks were thinking that way, and Ronald Reagan was considered by many to be a warmonger because he refused to see it that way. And when he started to run for president, a lot of folks were really heavy critics of him and were ready to just take him apart. So when he delivered this speech, a lot of it was with the mindset of not only defending himself and his stance, but also reminding the country that in dire times, the last thing in the world that you want to do is to back down or tuck your tail. That's not what this country was made of. That's not what our founding fathers meant for us to do. And this country was forged with the iron of fighting for the freedoms that we have. And so this speech is called "We Must Fight," and this was Ronald Reagan's speech that he gave again while he was running for president in the 1970s. Now let's set the record straight. There is no argument here over the choice between peace and war, but there is only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it the next second: surrender. Admittedly, there's a risk in any course of action we follow other than this, but history has told us that the greater risk lies in appeasement, and this is the specter that our well-meaning liberal friends refuse to face, that their policy of accommodation is appeasement, and it leads not to the choice between peace and war, only between fight and surrender. If we continue to back, continue to retreat, eventually we will face the final ultimatum. And what then? When Nikita Khrushchev has told his people that he knows what our answer will be, he has told them that we are retreating under the pressure of the Cold War, and that one day, when the time comes to deliver the final ultimatum, by then our surrender will be voluntary, because we will have been weakened from within spiritually, morally, and economically. He believes this because he's heard voices from our side, pleading for peace at any price, or better red than dead, or as one commentator put it, he'd rather live on his knees than die on his feet. And therein lies the road to war, because those voices do not speak for the rest of us. You and I know and do not believe that life is so dear and peace so sweet as to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery. I mean, if nothing in life is worth dying for, then when did this begin? Just in the face of this enemy? Or should Moses have told the children of Israel to live in slavery under the Pharaohs? Should Christ have refused the cross? Should the patriots at Concord Bridge have thrown down their guns and refused to fire the shot heard round the world? No, the martyrs of history are not fools, and our honored dead who gave their lives to stop the advance of the Nazis did not die in vain. Well, where then lies the road to peace? The answer is simple after all. You and I have the courage to say to our enemies, there is a price we will not pay. There is a point beyond which they must not advance. Winston Churchill said that there is something going on in time and space and beyond time and space, which whether we like it or not spells duty. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. And either we will leave and preserve this last best hope for mankind, for our children, or we will sentence them to take the last steps into 1,000 years of darkness. I want you folks to think about that. Thank you very much.